Hey there, I'm WVTM 13 meteorologist Briley Brown. Drought continues to be an issue across Alabama, across much of the southeast, and many other states, and rain does not look likely in the near term. But into the winter months, some changes come, and we're going to look at the big picture, put the pieces together, and look at a outlook for this winter and what you can expect. We'll start currently. This is the latest drought monitor from Thursday. More of Alabama now encompassed in that severe level of drought, but it is worse much further to the west. Louisiana, parts of Mississippi in that extreme level. It's just terribly dry. This is the 15th driest September to mid-October on record for Birmingham. And the soil lacks so much moisture that fall foliage has not been the best. We would see more vibrant colors if there was more moisture in the soil. Instead, the leaves are a little bit muted this year, and they're also crunchy. As soon as they fall to the ground, they're just over. They're done with. And so a little bit of moisture would have helped that to be a little bit better. So rain does not look likely in the short term. In fact, next week, an area of high pressure builds over much of the country, and that leaves us mainly dry through next week. Model guidance is hinting at a disturbance to move in later next week, and as we get closer, it seems like it's pushing it further away from us. So we'll see if that holds together. Between now and Saturday, there will be some changes, of course, because this is model guidance. But as of now, it looks like the disturbance in the front are too far north to bring any moisture this way, or also to bring any forcing for even a slight chance at a few showers. So that's something that we'll watch. But as we get into the winter months, changes do come. And when you're making a forecast, you have to look at so many variables. You know, we look at what's happening at the surface. We look at what's happening in the tallest levels of the atmosphere. We look across the whole continent, and the oceans play a key role in our weather pattern. And so that's something we're going to look at together. This pattern specifically is called ENSO, and it stands for El Nino Southern Oscillation, and we have a strong El Nino event this winter. So typically the trade winds blow east to west, but when this happens, they weaken, and a warm pool of water migrates east and moves over the west coast of America. And so when we see that warm water, the jet stream shifts further south, the Pacific jet stream that is. The polar jet stream stays north of the continent. But that flow west to east pulls warm water over the southern portion of the United States. And in order to see rain, we need moisture, we need uplift, and that's exactly what that gives us. Also, the jet stream moves really fast aloft, so that acts as a forcing mechanism and typically generates more wet weather for us here, more showers and more storms, and that is why this winter is looking wet. So this is a precipitation outlook from November to January, and you can see best chance is going to be the southernmost portion of the continent, closer to Florida and the Panhandle there. Still in Birmingham, we have really good chances at seeing above average precipitation, and that track continues really for the south and east. Typically during an El Nino event, we see cooler, wetter conditions. I'm not so sure about the cooler just yet. We'll have to look at the fronts when they begin to come through and how strong they are. If we get polar, more Arctic fronts to come from the poles, definitely a cold air mass follows. But if they're more from the Pacific, that just moves, more mild, warmer air this way. So as of now, we're just kind of in that in-between. It does look a little bit more mild, but this will likely change. And I know what you're thinking. Does a wet winter indicate that we'll see snow? It does not. Chances will be better as we get later into the season. I think really next year, 2024 into January, February, something that we'll watch. But you can count on the drought ending. I know it doesn't seem like it now. And if you're one that enjoys the dry weather, take advantage because the rain and storms are coming. They're just not here yet. and we'll keep you updated as changes come. You know, that's what forecasting is about, constantly changing, and we're always going to keep you updated with that. So hope you all have a great weekend.